Hi guys, so I'm going to be showing you how you can easily create your own Pinterest frame at home without breaking your bank account. Now, the first thing you want to do is pick out the pictures you want to frame out. So after picking out the pictures, you're going to head to the cyber cafe and tell them to print out this picture from your phone. And then after they've printed out the pictures, you're going to laminate it. Now, the reason for laminating those papers is because I will not be adding anything like glass or cellophane. That lamination just helps give you like this frame effect. I don't know if that makes any sense, but let's do the hard work. Now you're going to be needing a carton, so you put the picture on the carton and then you're going to draw out the shape of that picture. Just as you can see, I'm using a book to hold my frame down so it doesn't move, and then I'm also drawing out the shape of the picture. Now after I'm done drawing out the shape of the picture on the carton, I'm going to use scissors to carefully cut out the shape I've drawn. It might take some time to cut out, but just be careful so that you don't overcut. Now once you are done cutting, it's time for the next step. We're going to clean both the back and the front of that carton because this is going to be our base for the frame. And if there's any sellotape on any side of the carton, make sure you remove it. Now to hold my carton and the picture together, I'm going to be using super glue to gum it together because I don't know if Top Gum will hold it firmly because this paper is laminated both back and front. So after applying my super glue, I used cotton wool to press it together, making sure that there was no bump, and then I just cut out excess carton and measured it with the previous picture frame I had made. Now this is the step that will bring everything together and make it look aesthetic pleasing. I'm going to be using electrical tape. I don't know what it is called, but me, I knew it as electrical tape. It's basically just a black tape that is used to cover up some wires. I've seen some electricians using this thing to work. So I just used the black tape to cover up the four edges of the frame, trying to give it a shape, a square shape, and then I repeated the same process to the remaining pictures I had left. If you are going to be recreating this yourself, make sure you have a lot of super glue and enough black tape, because while I was creating my own frame, I ran out of black tape, so I had to go and get 2 extra. We're going to be needing enough of this black tape because not only is it going to cover up the front, it's also going to cover up the back of our frame. Once I was done covering up the edges of the 4 frames, it was time to cover up the side walls of the frames. I don't know if that makes any sense, but just watch me. So here I was going over with a tape again to cover up the edges of the frame, like, so if you're looking at it from side view, it's still looking black. I don't know if that makes any sense, but just watch the process. Now here comes the part that I actually never thought about. I never thought about how I was going to hang this frame. I first of all tried using the tape, but it did not work. This thing kept falling. So I thought of another creative method. I'm not going to show you guys how I did it, but I did do it. And this time around, I needed me to actually hang them like a professional frame. Anyways, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.